When people think of country music legends, the name Dolly Parton shines brightly. But her journey to becoming a global icon was anything but easy. Born on January 19, 1946, in a small one-room cabin in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, Dolly grew up in deep poverty as the fourth of 12 children. Her family had little money, no electricity, and very few comforts. But what they did have was love and music. Her mother sang old mountain songs, and church hymns filled their tiny community. Those early melodies sparked something powerful in Dolly. Even as a young girl, she believed music could take her beyond the mountains. While others saw hardship, Dolly saw stories waiting to be told. With determination and a voice full of emotion, she began writing songs as a child, unknowingly planting the seeds for a career that would eventually inspire millions around the world. Growing up with hardship and hope, life in the Smoky Mountains taught Dolly resilience from an early age. Her father worked long hours doing difficult labor, yet it was still hard to provide for such a large family. Clothes were often handmade and meals were simple. At school, Dolly sometimes felt different from other children because of her family's financial struggles. Yet instead of letting those experiences discourage her, she turned them into motivation. Music became her escape and her strength. She sang in church, performed at small community events, and began appearing on local radio shows while still very young. Each performance built her confidence and sharpened her talent. The mountains shaped her identity, giving her stories and emotions that later appeared in her songwriting. Those early challenges also taught her empathy for others. Even before fame entered her life, Dolly understood what it meant to struggle and dream at the same time. A brave journey to Nashville. Right after finishing high school in 1964, Dolly made one of the most important decisions of her life. She packed her belongings, hugged her family goodbye, and boarded a bus to Nashville, the heart of country music. She arrived with very little money, but carried something far more valuable: determination. Nashville was filled with talented musicians chasing the same dream, and success rarely came quickly. Dolly worked tirelessly, writing songs, meeting producers, and performing wherever she could. Some people questioned her style and unique voice, but she believed strongly in who she was as an artist. Instead of changing herself to fit expectations, she focused on improving her craft and learning about the music industry. Those early days in Nashville were filled with challenges, but they also strengthened her confidence. Dolly understood that every small step forward mattered, and she continued moving ahead with patience, persistence, and faith in her abilities. Finding opportunity and mentorship. A turning point came when Dolly began working with country star Porter Wagoner. Joining his television program introduced her to a national audience and helped her gain recognition as a performer. The show gave her valuable experience on stage and allowed people across America to hear her voice. While the partnership brought opportunity, it also came with challenges as Dolly worked to establish her own artistic identity. She wanted to write and sing the songs that truly reflected her experiences. Over time, she realized that following her own creative vision was essential to her future. With courage and respect, she eventually stepped forward as an independent artist. One of the songs connected to that transition was "I Will Always Love You," which expressed gratitude while also marking a new chapter in her career. That moment demonstrated Dolly's strength as both a songwriter and a woman determined to shape her own path. Rising as a powerful songwriter. Once she began working independently, Dolly's creativity flourished. Her songs combined emotional storytelling with melodies that stayed with listeners long after the music ended. Tracks like Jolene, Here You Come Again, and 9 to 5 showcased her ability to connect deeply with audiences. Each song carried honesty and personality, reflecting real feelings and experiences. Dolly also expanded beyond traditional country music, reaching listeners in pop and film. Her acting role in the movie 9 to 5 introduced her to an even wider audience and proved she was more than a singer. She was an entertainer with remarkable versatility. Through every new project, Dolly remained true to her roots. Her success showed that authenticity could resonate far beyond any single genre. By trusting her instincts and creative voice, she transformed herself from a hopeful newcomer into one of the most influential artists in American music. Building an empire with heart. Dolly's vision extended far beyond music. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park near her hometown in Tennessee. For Dolly, this project was more than a business venture. It was a way to celebrate the culture and beauty of the Smoky Mountains while creating jobs for local families. The park quickly became one of the most beloved attractions in the region, drawing millions of visitors each year. Dolly also started her own production company and took control of many aspects of her career, proving she was not only a talented artist but also a smart entrepreneur. She understood how the entertainment industry worked and made thoughtful decisions to protect her creative work. These choices allowed her to build a lasting legacy that blended music, business, and community development. Through determination and careful planning, Dolly created opportunities not just for herself, but for many others as well. The strength behind the spotlight. Although Dolly's life looked glamorous from the outside, she often spoke about the importance of maintaining emotional balance and personal well-being. Fame can bring pressure and constant expectations, and Dolly learned to manage those challenges by focusing on what truly mattered to her: family, creativity, and faith. She kept her personal life relatively private, especially her long marriage to Carl Dean, who preferred to stay out of the public eye. Their quiet and supportive relationship helped provide stability throughout her busy career. Dolly also relied on humor and optimism during difficult moments. Instead of allowing criticism or stress to define her, she chose to respond with grace and resilience. Her openness about life's ups and downs helped fans see her not just as a superstar, but as a relatable human being navigating the same emotions many people experience. Giving back to the world. One of the most inspiring parts of Dolly's story is her commitment to helping others. In 1995, she launched the Imagination Library, a program that sends free books to children from birth to age 5. The goal was simple but powerful: encourage reading and learning from the earliest years of life. What began as a local effort eventually expanded across several countries, delivering millions of books to families around the world. Dolly also supported disaster relief efforts, education programs, and medical research. Her generosity reflects the values she learned growing up in a close-knit mountain community. She often says that kindness should guide every decision. Rather than focusing only on fame or financial success, Dolly chose to use her influence to create positive change. Through these efforts, she continues to touch lives far beyond the stage or recording studio. A legacy of music and compassion. Over the decades, Dolly Parton has written thousands of songs and sold more than 100 million records. Yet when people speak about her legacy, they often highlight something even more meaningful: her warmth and compassion. Dolly represents the idea that success can coexist with humility. Despite worldwide recognition, she has never forgotten her roots or the struggles that shaped her early life. Those memories continue to influence the way she approaches both music and philanthropy. Her storytelling ability allows listeners to feel understood, whether they are celebrating joy or facing hardship. Many artists admire her songwriting, but fans also admire her generosity and authenticity. Dolly's life demonstrates that true influence comes not just from talent, but from character. By combining creativity with empathy, She has become one of the most respected and beloved figures in entertainment history. The enduring spirit of Dolly Parton. Today, Dolly Parton remains an inspiring presence in music and culture. Even in her later years, she continues writing songs, supporting charitable causes, and encouraging others to follow their dreams. Her story reminds us that beginnings do not determine endings. A girl who once lived in a tiny mountain cabin grew up to influence generations with her voice, kindness, and determination. Dolly's journey teaches that perseverance, creativity, and compassion can change not only one person's life, but also the lives of countless others. She often says that success is not about what we keep, but about what we share. That belief defines her legacy. Through music, philanthropy, and a genuine love for people, Dolly Parton has shown the world how powerful kindness can be. Her story continues to inspire anyone who believes that dreams, no matter how humble their beginnings, can truly come true.